Finally it is time to make the Mark 7 GTI hopefully significantly quieter by putting that resonator back on. So join me for hopefully the very last obnoxious cold start. Let's get going. Oh yeah. That is definitely the last time you're going to hear the car this loud. Also, another update, the ECS 2.0 front lip absolutely sucks. It was raining last week. I decided to drive the GTI. Why? Because it was the only day I drove it that week. I just needed one day to drive it. I just got back from Pittsburgh, so about last Wednesday, Thursday, I drove it. Drove through a puddle of water. Look at this. The entire lip is gone, except for here. And I got condensation in my headlight. So that's been a lot of fun, but let's go get this resonator put back on. I have it right here in the trunk. I was gonna do it tonight by myself when the guys left the shop. I just stopped over there at 74 Motors and asked them if they could leave me a lift open, and then Tony's like, look dude, just come down, we'll get it done right now. So let's go get this taken care of. So the resonator is back on the car. It's definitely still pretty loud, but definitely less raspy with that big old resonator, but as usual, we found some more issues. My oil pan gasket is leaking, so trying to get one of those here by the next day or two. Got most of the condensation out of the headlight, but I'm pretty sure I'm screwed there. I must have just hit a puddle, and I think when I drove through some water, there must have been a rock or something, because we got some pretty gnarly scratches here, and we completely broke and busted this whole piece. So I gotta freaking figure out what this piece is even called, because the lip screws into this. So on this side, we're good on the driver's side, but on the passenger side, thankfully when it's on the ground, you can't really see it, but it's ugly looking, and I feel like a complete idiot. Literally the one day I go to drive the car, as soon as I start heading over to Ray's house, it's dumping down rain. I was trying to do the best I can. Should have took the 4Runner, but I didn't. So hopefully we'll have an update here soon, and hopefully I can also go out and drive the car and see how raspy it is on the inside and if it still vibrates. Well, the new oil pan gasket is in, so that shouldn't be leaking anymore. I just got to find that front bumper part. It's the only thing that's kind of bothering me. But the new front lip, I ordered a new one, totally different design. That doesn't show up till the end of the month. So hopefully between now and then I can at least find the part. I think I found what I need on Amazon, so I'll probably order those tonight. Just gotta do some research to confirm it, and then I'll probably go drive this car around and just see how it is on the inside and debate if we need to go back to having the muffler on and maybe the resonator off, or if I just get like a Borla or something at some point, I think would make the most sense, but we'll see what this sounds like. I'm not too sure how it sounds on camera. Probably still sounds pretty similar, but it's definitely less raspy. Let's give it a couple revs here inside, obviously, and then I think I'm gonna set the camera up kind of like the POV driving video and mount the microphone just so I can honestly compare myself. I just don't really, I'm not a huge fan of the absolute obnoxiousness. It was kind of fun for like a day, but yeah. Definitely a better sound in my opinion. Well, there is a slight rattle under full throttle with the windows up, which I'm not surprised, but it's not nearly as bad. The overall tone of the exhaust is not nearly as obnoxious. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm grabbing the microphone and we are going to mount the camera and just do like a cool little cruise and see kind of what exhaust notes we pick up. I'll do a little before and after for you guys as well. So let me get that all set up. I'm not too sure how that's going to sound, honestly, on camera. It might sound very similar. It might not. I'm not too sure. Things I can definitely say is it is a lot quieter on the inside of the car. And overall, when I hit boost around 3 to 4,000, 3 to 4,500 is when I would really get that obnoxious drone that would echo throughout the entire freaking town. It doesn't seem to be nearly as aggressive. So again, I'm not even, to be completely genuine, I'm not even 100% sold on this setup. I still do think it is slightly a little bit too loud, so potentially maybe I can get like an aftermarket muffler instead of putting the OEM muffler back on, or I just go with like a Borla catback or IE catback or something like that. I'm not 100% decided yet, but we're also not 100% done with the car. I did order more stuff, some more aero stuff, front lip, side skirts, and just a couple little odds and ends. I have a new shift knob and boot to put on the car as well. Those are upstairs, so I might tinker with that tonight, because this weekend I'm headed to Ocean City, so the plan is to hopefully drive this car there. I'm still so disappointed in myself that I drove it through, you know, a terrible downpour like an idiot. And I think what happened is when I hit a couple puddles that were literally unavoidable, some water shot up, got into the headlight, and obviously whatever I drove through, I mean, it was dang near a little pond. I had to, you know, drop down to first gear and barely creep through. There must have been rocks in there, and that's how I scratched up and broke my front bumper. So I'm going to also search for those parts tonight. But yeah, these things happen. We'll see, again, you know, if I decide in the near future to put a muffler on the car. You guys will obviously be the first to know. But I do want to thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube channel, watching my YouTube videos, my shorts. If you didn't see the last video, Ray and I are starting a car club. It's going to be called Fast Lane Collective, so I'm going to be focusing on that a lot the end of summer, early fall, trying to get that set up for our first event. But if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. A lot of you guys are not subscribed that have been watching the videos. And turn on those notifications, leave a like, and I will see you in the next video.